Hello, gorgeous folks. Welcome to Moon Life Astro. It's Darice. On this channel, we talk about astrology, productivity, and planning, and how to do it from a more easeful manner or approach. I want to introduce this month's focus, morning routines. January, we did winding down or nighttime routines for January Capricorn season. February, we'll be going into Pisces season. And so I thought it'd be fitting, since it's following the winding down routine, that for this month we focus on getting started, our morning routine. And of course, if you want to still keep playing with your winding down routine, that's great. I like to think of it as a getting started routine because I recognize that people have different schedules. Not everybody is going to be working during typical daylight hours. Some people work nights. So this can apply to you as well. Your getting started routine, it may start at like 4 or 5 p.m. if you work at like 9 or 10 o'clock at night and go to 4 or 5 in the morning, that sort of thing. I also find it helpful to think about a getting started routine versus a morning routine, just because it reminds me that it's about getting my day started, getting my energy going for my most productive hours. And we're going to be talking about this over the next few Mondays. So I'm just going to come into do this really quickly, really briefly. Just to be completely honest, I'm actually doing a 3-day fruit cleanse. So my energy is a little low. So I don't know how much energy I'm going to have to be on today. But I at least wanted to come in and introduce the concept to you all. And like I said, getting started routine for me is about getting my energy going. There are lots of different ways to have a getting started routine. There is a lot of information about morning routines on YouTube and books. It's been a big thing in the productivity space. I just want to invite you to keep it simple. I find for me, what's helped me be consistent with those routines is to keep it simple and just to limit it to 2, 3 things max each morning. So currently right now, I like to do a meditation, a chanting meditation for about 20 minutes, sometimes 15 minutes. Some days though, it's only 5 or 10 minutes if I have a lot going on, or if I just need more sleep, just to be completely honest. But on average, it's about 15 to 20 minutes. And then I stretch, I do my yin yoga or restorative exercises, or I do some form of stretching. That's another 10, 20 minutes. And typically that's it. That's my whole getting started routine. I like having something that's less than an hour. There are people who will have you doing crazy long getting started routines that can go for like 2, 3 hours. And very few people have the time, luxury, or privilege to do that. Some people like to journal for about 10 to 15 minutes. Some people like to do morning pages. Maybe I'll talk about that more in next week's video. There are lots of other types of journaling that you can do as well for helping you get started. Some people recommend a gratitude list. I've done that in the past, actually, where that was the first thing I did. I would write down 10 things I was grateful for. And there is something nice about doing a gratitude journal in the morning. Because when you do it every day, you go through your day looking for things to add to your list the next day. So it does have a way of keeping you in a positive aspect for that whole day. But not everybody likes that. Some people need something more physical. Some people need to get out of bed and like take a run, go for a walk, like put on the gym clothes and go work out. And if that's you, then do that. There's nothing wrong with that. Whatever works for you is the main thing. I mean, I would love to see other people's ideas, what they do for their getting started routines, how they get their energy going for the day, what that's like. Any questions you have about that, put it all down in the comments below. It'd be really great just to hear what other people's ideas are. Some people like to read something positive in the morning, meditation pages, spiritual or religious reading for about 10 to 15 minutes, and maybe a couple of quick journal prompts. That is another getting started routine that might be more your speed. I'm trying to think what else a lot of folks like to do. Some people incorporate, they're drinking their water, like they make sure like the first thing they do when they get out of bed is drink a glass of water to get that process started for the day of having enough water during the day. That's also something good to add as well. I usually typically do that myself as well. You had to have like my water before or right after my meditation. So that's one option as well. And I think, yes, over the next few weeks, I'll talk a bit more about, why it's good to have a getting started routine to set up your mind and your body to be more productive. And again, a reminder, what makes it easier to be consistent with this is to have a consistent winding down or nighttime routine if you are sleeping at night. And having something that is consistent. Typically, that tends to work well for most people, going to bed at the same time and getting up at the same time. But that's not for everyone. So if you were someone who that does not work for, then, definitely do what you need to do. At the end of the day, I'm all about finding processes and ways that work for you. And I thought this would be helpful during Pisces season as well, since Pisces is about imagination and tapping into our ability to create a vision for ourselves and our lives. There's a lot of great Pisces energy for this month that's about that. And so taking some time in the morning to envision what you want your day to look like, what you want your week to look like, even a few days during the week, maybe you'll take some time to think about what you want the rest of the year to look like. So yes, that's basically it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to say. Just wanted to also just check in, see how people are. I know there's been a lot going on in the collective. People are all over the place emotionally. And I think this is also why it'll be a really good focus to have this getting started routine. Because I am inviting people to take some time, even if it's just 2, 3 days a week, to sit and meditate, to just unwind, especially if you can do that like on your weekends or your days off. Give yourself time to process all of the emotional stuff that's happening within you and all around you, because as we go through these challenging times, taking care of ourselves mentally and spiritually and emotionally is going to be so key. And again, also, I want to remind you, to keep doing your self nurture activities, make time for friends and family. I had a lovely lunch with friends over the weekend, and it just reminded me how valuable it is to have face to face time with people whom I enjoy spending time with. So I'm inviting you to do that as well, to create the space and the time for that. Like I said, I'm going to keep this pretty short because I'm kind of running low on energy here, but that's okay. And hopefully, all is well. And I will be speaking to you all soon. Again, reminder, I do have a free school membership. You can find the link for that below. If you're interested in a general birth chart reading, feel free to just DM me a message and we can set up a time. And if you have any questions or comments, please just put them down in the comment section. And wishing you all love, peace, and joy. Easefully yours, Darice.